Hey, this is Danielle DeLate for the New Music Buzz, and on today's show we get to talk to director Anna Mastro and from The Walking Dead, Andrew J. West for the movie Walter. And in our Monster Artist Spotlight, joining us on our rooftop, Tahj Mowry. And for all you screaming girls out there, well, I'll let Denise tell you what she has up her sleeve.
Thank you, Danielle. We got a chance to talk to Jacob Whitesides, who opens for Fifth Harmony at the Nokia Theater in downtown Los Angeles. We got to talk about his new single, Not My Type at All, and I got to find out which girls are his type.
Thanks, Denise. So let's get this party started and roll that intro. Recently got the chance to catch up with teen heartthrob Jacob Whitesides at LA Live, who was on tour with Fifth Harmony. He just released a new single and Denise even got a private concert, so let's check it out.
Hi everybody, I'm Denise Salcedo, and tonight I'm here with Jacob Whitesides, who's opening for Fifth Harmony here in Los Angeles, and we got lucky enough to steal him for a little while. So how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm a little bit flustered because everyone's running around, it's chaotic, but it is so much fun and I would not trade it for anything.
So are you doing the entire tour with them or just a few dates?
I'm doing the entire tour. It's like 22 shows. I think it's like 20 left now, but like there's a lot of shows. It's going to be awesome.
Do you prefer small or large venues? Since I know most of your shows are more intimate with a few hundred screaming girls, you and your guitar, what do you prefer?
I don't know. I used to prefer more so the smaller venues because it was just me and my guitar, but now we've kind of upgraded. I have a guitar and a piano player and some tracks. Sorry, I'm so rude.
Okay.
And yeah, but I used to prefer the smaller ones, but the bigger ones are fun with the new music.
Started your journey with YouTube. So how has it gone from there?
Well, I mean, I started like before even YouTube. I was out like playing shows in restaurants and bars with my dad, and I did that for like a good year before I ever started doing the social media stuff. So that really helped me going into the YouTube thing. But once I started with YouTube, it was like easy going from there because that was so like playing the patios and stuff. It was like 100 degrees, like 4 hours a night. Like it was hard work. So going to YouTube is just so much fun, and it really helped add to the show.
It was worth it because you got so many followers.
Yes.
So speaking of YouTube, you know, it's helped launch many music careers. What advice do you have for youngsters who are going to follow in your footsteps and want to follow in your
Just be original. Don't try to be like everyone else. I think that's where a lot of people mess up, is they're always trying to be like the next big thing, so they always copy what the next big thing is. But if you be yourself, I think you're going to be a lot more successful.
So you just also released your new lyric video for your song, Not My Type at All. Okay, so tell me a little bit about what inspired the song and what is your type? Because I think a lot of girls who are waiting out there right now in line are very curious to know.
What inspired the song is, like, I've talked to a lot of girls in the past that normally would not be the type of girl that I would ever talk to. Like I said in the song, like smoking cigarettes, and it's a little bit more mature. I've never talked to a girl that smokes cigarettes, but it made for a cool lyric. But in the past, like, I've talked to so many girls that I would never usually give a chance to, and once I do, like, I end up really, really enjoy liking them. So, But the biggest thing for me, I think, if you want to be my type, is to be yourself. Don't try to act like someone else just to like impress me, because I just enjoy hanging around people that are real and have a cool music taste, because if your music taste sucks, then we're not going to work out.
So you heard that, ladies. Take a note of that. So who would you want to do a collaboration with?
I say this all the time, and hopefully one day it happens. I'm the biggest Ed Sheeran fangirl ever, so I love Ed Sheeran. Hopefully one day we get to do something together. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, he is amazing live. Just crazy with that guitar.
Oh, it's amazing. I got to see him, and I got to meet him. He's like the most nice and humble guy ever, so he's really, truly inspired me.
That's super awesome. Okay, so what's next for you after this tour?
After this tour, I plan on going back to Nashville and working on my album a little bit, and then possibly going overseas and doing some shows in Europe and Australia and all these different places. So that's what's next.
That's so exciting. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put you on the spot, and we're going to play a game of Who'd You Rather. So you can just basically choose like who'd you rather hang out with or whatsoever. Okay, so let me get this. So who would you rather, Justin Bieber or Justin Timberlake?
Justin Timberlake.
Quick and easy, right? Jessie J or Juicy J?
Jessie J.
Katy Perry or the band Perry?
See, I'm the biggest Katy Perry fangirl, but I think the band Perry would be awesome to hang out with. Awesome. So I'm going to go with band Perry.
Usher or Hozier?
Hozier.
You're like, it's a rhyming one. Fifth Harmony or Bones Thugs in Harmony?
What?
Okay, let me say that one more time.
I'm going to go with Fifth Harmony, I think.
You're like, it's too many harmonies. Okay, so where can your fans find you?
All of my social media should be the same. Just Jacob Whitesides. JacobWhitesides.com has all my social media links and stuff. I'm usually pretty easy to find. I'm always tweeting and stuff, so.
So also, I was going to ask if you can maybe do a little song for us.
I'm going to do Birds because it's the easiest. Have you ever been to Mexico? I want to leave right now. Not a soul has to know the why or how. I wanna feel the tequila sun shining on my face. I wanna see that bikini set as we stay up late.
Oh my God, that was beautiful. I was like melting while you were singing, so that was pretty awkward, but it was amazing. You're great. So thank you so much for talking to us. I'm Denise Salcedo, this is Jacob Whitesides, and you're watching the New Music Buzz.
What's up, guys? I'm Jacob Whitesides, and you have just been buzzed.
As I said in the intro, I recently got the chance to talk with Andrew J. West from The Walking Dead and director Anna Mastro for the movie Walter. Walter is about a ticket taker at the local movie theatre who believes he's the son of God. He also has a gnarly naughty or nice list. It's out for limited release on March 13, but let's get some insight from Anna and Andrew.
So, what kind of crazy are you? You have to promise not to get angry.
Why would I get angry?
Because you're going to hell.
Tell me something I don't know. Heaven or hell? People don't find out where they're headed until they die. But I know where everyone's going. Because I'm the one who makes the decision. Heaven, hell.
lobby looks good.
The lobby floor is highest on my list of pre-matinee duty, so I always make sure to spend a little extra. That's Kendall. Definitely heaven. If only I could figure out how to talk to her.
This is my first movie, so I mean the whole message of why I fell in love with the movie is I think the same message I want people to take away from the movie, and hopefully we did our jobs and that came across, but just that anything is possible. And you know, I think it has such a universal theme of dealing with grief and how someone can get through that, and just that like life is very hopeful if you look at things differently, and that's hopefully what I want people to take away from it.
It does touch on the subject of heaven and hell, and do you believe in life after death or some sort of spiritual afterlife?
I don't know. I didn't want to tell people to, and I didn't want to tell people where, you know, they go, especially with Greg, who Walter judges in the movie. I believe in God, but I don't know if I believe like everyone else in organized religion. So it was definitely not meant to be a political film, religious film in any way. It's more of how people process, you know, grief or loss, and that was how I looked at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I guess just to add to that, the thing about this movie is that it doesn't tell anyone what to believe or what to think. You know, it leaves it up to the audience to take what they will from it. But the cool thing about it is that you know, first and foremost, I think we wanted the movie to be a great piece of entertainment, and it is that. You know, you will absolutely have a blast. It's hilarious, it's fun, but underneath all that, you really are taken on a journey with this guy. And you know, like Anna said, I think that the movie works because it deals with, you know, grief, loss, and how people deal with those things and whether or not they deal with them at all and what the repercussions of that are. But it leaves it up to the audience to make what they will of it, which I think is really cool.
And you played Walter in the film. You've gone from The Walking Dead and fighting zombies to believing to be the son of God and seeing a ghost. What's that like?
Ghosts and zombies. What's going on, man? I need to talk to my... Yeah, what path are we taking down here? I guess always the weird guy hanging out with zombies and ghosts. Always some sort of supernatural something going on with me. But no, yeah, I mean, it's one of the most unique characters that I've ever played. It's a totally different character. I've never seen a character quite like this in a film. I'm excited for people to get to know this guy. Hopefully they like this guy. He's odd, but he's a real person. You know, the character was written as a real person, even though he does definitely have some quirks and he's a strange individual. He is a real person, and I think that he is ultimately very relatable. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah, it was a great experience for me.
And what was it like working with the cast and the likes of William H. Macy?
Yeah, I mean, that, you know, it's a dream come true. I've admired that guy for forever. You know, I grew up watching his movies and watching him on TV, and to get the opportunity to sit across from him and do scenes is just it's mind-boggling to me. And also, what made the experience so nice also is just to find out firsthand what an amazing person he is, and how talented he truly is. Just to be able to see him work and see him prepare. I mean, I was watching him like a hawk the entire time we were working together, because I thought it would be a great educational experience for me, and it was too. But I never expected such for this little short film that we made years ago to turn into this thing that attracted such accomplished actors. You know, it was great. Yeah.
And if you could talk to one person who has passed away, who would that be?
Oh man,
oh, no.
That's such a good question. Gee, like anybody? Like anyone? My great grandmother. I miss her. I'd like to just like hang out, have a cup of coffee with her. I think I've talked to her many times in my life, but you know, I could do with one more, I think. Yeah.
Now, Walter works in a movie theater.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie food?
My favorite movie food. See, I'm not like a big snack guy. Like I don't really do the sweets too much. I'm into the, I like when you go to a movie theater and they got like a big hot dog, or like, you go to the ArcLight here in LA and they have like chicken, apple, sausage and stuff like that. I'm all about the meal. I'm going for the meal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll take that over, Raisinets any day, I think.
What about you, Anna? What's your favorite movie food?
Popcorn, of course.
The butter and the...
Everything. Pile it on. Salt, butter, everything.
Now, the movie has quite an unconventional kind of release, and with the success of The Interview being forced to be online, do you think more and more movies will have creative openings through different multimedia avenues?
I mean, for sure. It's already been happening for the last, couple of years. I think it's very common for a movie to have theatrical, day and day, kind of online releases, paid sort of on-demand kind of streaming platforms. And I don't know, it's kind of great that movies are sort of seeing the light of day in the sense, because so many movies used to get made that people didn't get to see. And we just really hope people get to see our movie.
Now, lastly, your character, Andrew Walter, he thinks he can decide who goes to heaven and hell. So I just wanted to play a quick game with you.
Oh, no.
And give you the names of some people, and you can tell me how.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Justin Bieber.
Ooh, heaven. He's heaven. This is going to be, oh, man, okay. All right, let's go.
Character Walter.
Oh, what would Walter say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Suge Knight.
I don't know if he'd approve of, Suge Knight. Suge Knight might be going down below. I don't know. I don't know if Walter would approve of Lohan either. I could see Walter being kind of like a Bieber guy. I mean, I don't know. There might be like a little hairdo influence, maybe. Like Bieber circa 2010. Yeah. Bieber's going to heaven either way.
And Betty White, let's say Betty White.
Heaven.
Of course.
Heaven, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us
Thank
today.
you.
Where can the fans follow both of you online and keep up to date with what's going on?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I will be posting all the news about Walter on my Twitter account at ANDJWest, Instagram at AndrewJWest. So yeah, please, I'll be posting all the news. Hey, I'm Andrew J. West, and you've just been buzzed.
You pay for your data every month. So why does your carrier take back what you don't use? What the? It's your data. Introducing Data Stash, only from T-Mobile. All your unused data rolls forward for 12 months. And if you switch now, we'll even give you 10 gigabytes of free 4G LTE data on the spot. That's right, 10 gigabytes of free 4G LTE data, only from T-Mobile.
Need fast cash? Well, go to cityloan.com or call 877-553-9071 to borrow $3,000 or more using the equity in your paid-off vehicle. The best part? No credit checks. Your car is your credit with City Loan. Over 99% of City Loan customers are in good standing every month. So call 877-553-9071 now. Also, don't forget to like City Loan on Facebook at City Loan Community and follow us on Twitter at City Loan. Now back to the new music buzz.
In our Monster Artist Spotlight, we have Tahj Mowry of ABC Family's Baby Daddy. But he's not here to talk baby mama drama. Tahj has a new single out and Denise has him on our rooftop. So let's check it out.
Hi everybody, I'm Denise Salcedo, and today we have a very special guest in our rooftop studios, Tahj Mowry. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Awesome, you look great.
Oh, thanks.
So you've come a long way, from the cute TV actor that we all grew up watching. How did you make that transition from acting to singing?
Well, I mean, there's no rule book on it, I guess I'm just going for it. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I love music. It's a passion of mine. And it's like the perfect time for me right now. I'm on a break from shooting Baby Daddy. And I want to put some music out for fans. And I think now is the perfect time.
So is this a full transition, or are you still doing acting?
Oh, yeah, I'll always still act. I love acting. That's another one of my passions. But for the next probably, chunk of time, I'll be focusing on my music until I start on season 5 of the show. But yeah, this is all music time now for me.
So you also come from a very talented, successful family. Is there any pressure to keep being successful?
I mean, there's always some pressure, you know, especially if you've had, you know, been on like successful shows in the past and you want your new show to be as successful. You know, there's always that pressure, but I always say God has a plan, and you know, everything happens for a reason, and yeah, I just like to go with the flow, you know.
Tell us about Dancing Alone.
Yeah, Dancing Alone is a track that it's sort of my second track that I'm sort of giving away to the internet world. The one before that was Bossy, and you know, I just want to give fans, you know, something to bump in their car, in their headphones, and you know, for free, just so they can have easy access to my music. So yeah, Dancing Alone is my second track that I'm giving away for free, and it's this funky sort of kind of heartbreaking dance track, you know. It's about catching your girlfriend or your boyfriend cheating, you know, and I put it in a setting of a club, because Dancing Alone, and it's a really funky sort of alternative rock song, and it has this really cool like sort of EDM-ish switch at the end to sort of represent dancing alone, you know, and I wanted to play with that ending of it. But yeah, it's kind of a sad song, but it's a really fun song to listen to. Not all heartbreaking songs or sad songs have to be slow, so I wanted to make a fast one, and I think this is a perfect song to come out with now. It's got a good feel to it. It's very relatable, because I mean, we've all dealt with that at some point in our life, and the first line of the song is, I see you texting in the dark. What are you hiding from me? So it's a really there's a lot of attitude, and it's basically about, you know, catching that person in the act. And that's what this song is about. It's a funky, danceable breakup song, kind of, you know, and I think fans are really gonna like it.
And also, whether we like it or not, Dancing Alone is some of our favorite moments of all time. Is this an independent release or a major release?
Yeah, I wanted to do it independently just so I can, you know, stay true to who I am and have the freedom lyrically, and, you know, how I dress, everything. I feel like sometimes a label can sort of mold you into something that they think is best for you and not necessarily what you want to do. And music for me is such a passion, and I want to be true to that, and, you know, really be an artist and create and sort of have freedom to do, you know, my own music, you know, and that's what I'm doing. I wrote primarily the whole project, and yeah, I'm just excited for people to hear it.
That's so awesome. I can't wait to hear it. So tell me, are you planning on having any shows in the future?
Yeah. My next few shows are more on the business side, for charities and stuff like that, but there will be more shows for the public the more I release records this year, and my actual single is going to come out at end of April, and you know, once that releases, then I'll start, you know, gearing up to do, you know, some club tours and stuff like that, and I love performing, so doing shows is definitely high on my priority list. Yeah.
That's awesome. So tell me, I know you describe your music as a future funk, but who are your musical influences?
Wow, my musical influence, oh geez, Michael Jackson, Lenny Kravitz, Sam Sparrow, Prince, I love James Blake, yeah, Janet Jackson, yeah, I would say those are my top, and with, you know, listening to them over the years, and putting myself into this sort of new futuristic funk sound, I think it's a great blend. And I think you can hear the artists that influenced me in the music as well. And I want that to be apparent also, because they have a big influence on me. And yeah, it's very futuristic, it's funky, it's edgy, it's fresh, it's new, it's relatable, it's something you can dance to. You know, I like to make music for... It's for the ear, and it's for how you feel, and I think you know, the sounds you use are important, you know, the blend of levels and everything, and I make my music so it's an experience, like when you listen to it. So yeah, future.
And those are all great influences. Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Prince, all of them. So where can your fans find you on social media?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. You can find all of those pages on my website, tahjmowryofficial.com. And yeah, I'm always on Twitter, and I'm always posting Instagram photos, and I try to reply to you guys as often as possible. But yeah, find me on all those. Tahj_Mowry for Twitter and Instagram, though.
Thank you so much for talking to us. I'm Denise Salcedo. This is Tahj Mowry, and you're watching the New Music Buzz.
What's up, guys? Tahj Mowry here, and you have just been buzzed.
I see you texting in the dark. What are you hiding from me? Can't even keep up with your lies. They change like seasons, baby. I must be looking for a drink. I must be looking for a drink. I must be looking for a drink in my head.
It's incredible.
What's up, everybody? This is Ivan Moody from Five Finger Death Punch. You've just been buzzed.
I'm Evander Holyfield. You've just been buzzed.
Hi, I'm Taraji P. Henson, and you've just been buzzed.
Hi, it's Russell Simmons. You've just been buzzed.
Hey, what's up? It's Cedric the Entertainer, and you've just been buzzed.
I'm Jerry Springer, and I've just been buzzed.
Need fast cash? Well, go to cityloan.com or call 877-553-9071 to borrow $3,000 or more using the equity in your paid-off vehicle. The best part? No credit checks. Your car is your credit with City Loan. Over 99% of City Loan customers are in good standing every month. So call 877-553-9071 now. Also, don't forget to like City Loan on Facebook at City Loan Community and follow us on Twitter at City Loan. Now back to the New Music Buzz.
That's all we have. Special thanks to Jacob Whitesides, Anna Mastro, and Andrew J. West, and Tahj Mowry for stopping by. Special thanks to Denise, who got serenaded not once, but twice. Special thanks to the staff and crew at Nokia for putting up with us. And don't forget to like us on Facebook, double tap us on Instagram, and follow us on Twitter, all at The New Music Buzz. I'm Danielle DeLate, and I'll be back at you like a boomerang. The New Music Buzz is sponsored by Monster Products DNA Pro, the cutting edge in today's fusion of entertainment, technology, and fashion. City Loan, financial help you can trust. And T-Mobile. Love your phone, not your carrier? Bring it to T-Mobile. Check out more music news at www.thenewmusicbuzz.com.